lot of questions I've been asked after I've taught some of these seminars is what constitutes when you can't use a pay phone and when you have to use an inmate phone. Why can't you put inmate phones in the cells? Okay? That incarcerated is the key word there. You can put a regular pay phone in the lobby of the jail where the general public has access to it. But if this person is incarcerated and that door shuts behind him and it's somewhere the general public cannot go, he is incarcerated, and you must abide by the rules and regulations by the State Public Service Commission according to the inmate telephone. That's very self-explanatory. Just remember, PSC regulated. Before you operate in a state, you need to check your Public Service Commission's rules and regulations, because in most instances they are governed by a separate set of rules than the payphones. You don't want to be called. In most facilities you have a common block list that as soon as you're awarded that facility and you go and install your product in there, they're going to hand you a list of numbers they won't block. They're also probably going to hand you a list of numbers that go with it that want free phone calls too. I mean, that's the other side of the coin, because they generally have an attorney or two or a bail bondsman in town that knows Joe's brother's uncle's cousin's sister's father, and they've been getting their phone calls for free forever, so they're going to expect you to do the same thing also. But that's the purpose of blocking. That is the most common fused feature at any facility. They block daily, they unblock. I mean, she can choose to have it blocked. She can start feeling sorry for me after 3 days of me not calling her and say, okay, unblock my number and let him call. Put this in your head and listen to me. There is no such thing as 100% accurate three-way call detection. Anybody that tells you, the other ones will be sitting there waiting and all they have to do is three-way one to get the rest of them. They've already got their other little, my circle. They've got their little circle thing at the bottom of the phone to make a phone call. Retina scan, and these are real high security places, but they're making them where, like James Bond, you stick your eyeball up there and you get it scanned. Well, you're still not going to stop it all, because you're going to have some inmates walking around with thumbs and eyeballs in their pockets. And don't think it won't happen. In record numbers, cell phones are being snuck into correctional facilities to get around the phone system and the features that law enforcement use to do their job and detect calls. They're using them at night to text each other. You know how big of a thing texting is today in today's world. When they get the guards leaving and shut the door, they get their cell phone out and text each other and send messages. Knife him, do that, bring this over here. Okay? There was actually in California, and you can look this up on YouTube not too long ago, where they caught a deputy at one of the big 12,000 bed facilities out there, had the biggest racket going you ever saw. He had a post office box set up under another name, and he was telling these inmates for $750 he could get you one of them little $50 quick pack non-trackable cell phones. The inmates would call their families or get messages to their families, and families would mail the $750 to the post office box, and he'd sneak the cell phone in and give it to them. They had one instance where they literally caught his accomplice on the other side of the wall after dark with a bow and arrow, just like Robin Hood days, taping 3 of them to an arrow and shooting them over the wall, letting them hit the ground on the inside. That's how they would get. Inmate company allows you a really great opportunity. As we talked about earlier, the inmate phone business is growing. It's not declining like the payphone business. It's going to continue to grow. Jails are being built every day. The number of calls and the people incarcerated in the inmate phone business in this industry goes up every year according to FCC and Department of Correction standards. This is not a declining business, it's a growing business. And every one of us that have been in this business for a while had to start somewhere. This is my suggestion to you, and we're going to expand upon it some more in our next class of sales and marketing. But basically, start out in your general area. You have your local jails, chief of police or city council. Most of those don't even go out for an RFP. In your city or your county, 99% of the time the local guy is going to win. Nationwide, to cut out commissions to all facilities, to stop recording phone calls, it's called HR 550. And we're able to beat it off right now because we have the support of law enforcement. But if we do this, you're going to lose support of Congress, you're going to lose support of law enforcement, and you're not going to have an industry. Not for the newcomers, not for the old comers, not for anybody. So please, please, take some time, visit with